Hello my friends, welcome to a new video, and probably this is going to be my very first devlog. Devlog, which is a developer's vlog as what I've known what it stands for. And I've decided to be to pursue being a game developer, be it a hobby or if I want to go professional. So I came across other game engines, which is there was Godot. I did not download that one, but I know it's an open source, a free game development engine or a game development software, and came across Unity game engine, which is also free, but for a limited amount of income, depending on how much you earn. This is so I tend to choose a Unity because it's free and at the same time it's way more popular than Godot. And yep, I downloaded the software and here we are. I already created a game, but it isn't a game from scratch. It's not an empty project. It's actually a Lego micro game which you can choose from here, though, if you decided to open a Unity editor and create a Unity hub, and you decide to create a new project which opens Unity editor for you, and you're able to choose templates. Though you can have 2D game, which is you're able to create a 2D game core, which is basically an empty project. You can have a 3D core, which is also an empty project. 2D, I don't know what this is. I chose the Lego micro game since I've played the Legos since I was a kid, and this seems to be way more familiar than any other game you can create here, creating a mini game. So you can choose from blank slates. I don't understand yet what is HDRP and and URP. This I don't understand it yet. So I jumped and did not study them. I think you can also make video content out of Unity engine. You can create VR games, AR games, third person games. There's already a template. First person, 3D mobile, 2D platformer game. You know, those sideways, side-scrolling games is what I call it. Karting micro game, 2D mobile, FPS, first-person shooter micro game. But I decided to go for a small game. Much more I'm familiar with, called Lego micro game. Its sole purpose is for learning the Unity game engine together with 2D platformer micro game and karting micro game. So what you see here on the right side, this is the Lego micro game tutorials, and you can see there's a check mark, which means I've already finished these tutorials. So I close this. So you just select the Lego micro game and then just create project. It creates the project name. So I just close this because I already done this. And in this side here is where the scene is of the game, where you can edit some stuff using game objects. So here on the far right side, you can see the get started. You can play test the game before you kind of do editing. You can add a platform where they let you help add a 3D object for you to jump from one island to another, just like this one and this one. I think this is the one that I have added based on the tutorial. This platform here to jump from one spot to the other, and you can they have a tutorial where you can ride this elevator here. And this is the blue cube where basically you get jump here, and I think you interact with it. I forgot what it is now. It's basically like an interact type of block, or it's like a button when you interact with it, and the elevator here goes up and down and activates. And you can change the wind conditions. So before, wait, before though, when you have to, you can finish the game by getting in this trophy, touching this one. But now you can change the winning conditions by just collecting all these green cubes, these trophy cubes. I think these are called trophies along the game. This is really simple game that Lego has prepared for you to learn the game. And you can add enemies also, and all of these things that I added here are based from the tutorial that they provided. And added too because the first time I noticed that the first time I did this one here, for some reason, it made an error. It had an error for some reason. I added this one, and I wasn't able to add this specific cube on top, which is like a shooting cube. If you go to assets here, assets, which is this one, assets, and you click on Lego, and then you go for gizmos, then Lego behavior. No, it's not. No, it's prefabs, Lego behavior bricks, which these are the Lego behavior bricks you can add to your character so that they behave a specific way. So basically, these are just like you make a micro game adding like Lego blocks, and each Lego block or character or object actually has like a, you can change how they behave based on these Lego behavior bricks. And I added the shoot brick before, but for some reason it shoots though when I test play it, and then I added this one. I think this is the look at brick. And then the problem we had though is that it doesn't stack up to the shoot brick, and no matter how hard, how many times we try, it just doesn't fix. So what I did was this reset the game engine, or reset the editor, and made a new one, which is the second one, which is this one here, and redid the tutorial for this specific object, and it worked. Which now in the game I had two things shooting at me. So these are basically your enemies shooting at me, and yeah, it worked. I think it's a bug, and yeah, after that one, it all worked. And the next is to customize your game. Yeah, I think this was this one, because this was the main island that you have to go through. You have to go to the finish line, which is this. But they let you also add things like other platforms that interact with you. Because if you play this game, this tends to turn around, and basically one of those games where the platforms turn around and give you just a hard time. Video game logic and stuff, just obstacles. Like this is a turning bridge. They teach you how to import game assets, like from the Unity asset store, of course, which is this one. This is the Unity asset store where you can get assets for your game, and they just let me choose go for Lego micro game, and they let me download this, the Danger Zone. It's just basically how the basics, how to import a game asset so you can use it in the Unity editor, so you can edit some games or make game from scratch using Legos. So think that is only it, man. Yeah, they also teach you to build and publish your game, but this is just basically what I did was just follow the tutorials, and I think nobody will play that game since it's the most basic one. I have to learn how to actually have players within the Unity community play my game. I have to learn that one, and this is just basically me learning the ropes of how to create a micro game, but it's not heavily detailed type of game though. So anyway, before that one, this is the hierarchy though. I don't know much about it, but it just I think this is the data to yeah, you can easily this is the game object hierarchy. Yep, the game object hierarchy one. The wizard is this one. So and this is the inspector though. This is where you kind of change the stats of a player or an object. So this is the player minifig that they tend to teach you first. And I like it though for a reason that you can change the audio, you can control it though this its movement speed, acceleration speed, the rotate one, the jump speed, the gravity even for a single player. So there's so many specs man you can change. And this is what I like though. And I know there's a scripting involved in with a this one. Yeah, this is the script though. Minifig controller script just to have these things, but I don't know how um how detailed coding should be to create a game. I don't know that yet. So that's the one of those things that I will have to tackle though and learn along the way. And yeah, if you wanna try and download like Unity's for free though, if you're just doing it for fun, uh, you can just download the learning micro game just to get an idea of scope of this. And after trying this out, it gives me the hype to actually learn how to build a game from scratch. But what I really want to learn is this is not the type of game I want to make. I wanted to make a game that is actually what do you call it? Similar to this. It's a top-down game, but it's more like an MMORPG. I want to learn that one, making that one, and all the things I would learn comes from YouTube tutorials. All those masters sharing their knowledge on creating video games with Unity game engine, and hopefully I'll be improving my skills and be good at it. And there's lots of things that, the idea the idea I thought of is I just want to learn how to make a game, not learning how to make game objects, because these are all game assets though. These are game objects you can import, game assets that you can import, like 3D. You can choose 3D because I want to create a 3D game though. You can create like a game just by downloading these assets. You can see here like they cost $10, they cost 41. They have different art styles, different details, different categories, different genres, and they're already like textured. Their materials they're already animated, and all I have to do is create the script to be useful in the game that I will try to make. And you can choose a lot of things though. You can animations, characters, environments, GUI, props, vegetation, vehicles. What I want to go for first, of course, is the major problem you have to go first, is you can't create a game without an environment. I want to learn creating the environments and be able to, because I've created lots and lots of characters. I've been drawing characters before. I'm not an environment guy, so I want to explore a new horizon. And I think this Unity Asset Store is a good example. And by the way, the only way I can create a game is to go for the free ones, which is you can filter out everything with free assets. And currently there are only 672 listed free assets on the Unity Asset Store. So that'll be all until like maybe the next devlog is me trying to learn how to actually create a game using the already available assets on the Unity Asset Store. And that is all, guys, for this video. This is the only thing I learned yet about how to make a video game on Unity Game Engine. Until next time, bye bye, friends.